Welcome to our Tell the Truth program. This is our next episode regarding the mark of the beast. Part 1 identifies the beast, who the beast is. The mark of the beast, as I said in part 1, is not 666. 666 is the number of his name, the beast name, and the beast is a man. And his name is to identify who he is. Now, the scripture says in Revelation chapter 13 and verse 3, it says, "And I saw one of his heads as it were wounded to death, and his deadly wound was healed, and all the world wondered after the beast. And they worshipped the dragon which gave power unto the beast." Now the dragon is the devil. The devil is behind the beast. And the beast we identified as the papacy. So papal Rome, it's a religion that is controlled by the devil. The scripture makes it very clear. It was God himself who wrote this, who gave the prophet John the Revelator to inform the people that are living at the end time to recognize this. This power may seem to be religious, but behind the scenes, it is not. The devil is the one behind. Now, the scripture makes it very clear. It says, "And I saw one of his heads as it were wounded to death, and his deadly wound was healed, and all the world wondered after the beast, and they worshipped him." Now, this power has to do with worship. And so everyone will worship him. In what way are they going to worship? Now, the mark of the beast has to do with worship. Now, history tells us in the book Daniel and Revelation go hand in hand. Now, when we trace back history into the prophecies in Daniel chapter 2, it reminds us of the order of the nations that will follow starting from the time Babylon. Now, history reminds us that after Babylon fell, it was Medo-Persia that came in the scene. Then after Medo-Persia, it was Greece, Alexander the Great. Alexander the Great became the leader of Greece, and Greece ruled the earth from 331 BC until 168 BC. Now, after Greece, the next world power was Rome. Rome ruled the earth from 168 BC till 476 AD. Now, Rome was the ruling power at the time when Christ was crucified on the cross. After Rome, the papal power became a supreme power during the period 538 AD until 1798. This is a period of 1,260 years. The scripture makes it very clear in here that this power will persecute the saints within that period. After 1798, on that year, the Pope was taken captive. And so it seemed like the Catholic Church, which was ruled by the papacy, the system, it seemed like it is going to die. But the wound will be healed according to scripture, and the whole world will wonder after the beast. Now, in February 1929, the wound was healed. Mussolini gave the Catholic Church, the Vatican, the state power. Today, the Vatican became a power, a state power. It's not only a religious power, but a state power as well. And that is why God pre-warns us in here. So at the end time, people will be worshiping this religious power, but this power has a mark. The question is, what is the mark of the beast? This power, during the Dark Ages, has changed the day of worship from Saturday, which is the seventh day of the week, to Sunday, and made Sunday become the Sabbath day, the holy day, in honor of the resurrection of Jesus Christ. Now, the Sabbath has nothing to do with the resurrection, friends. The Sabbath is the seventh day of the week. The fourth commandment in the scriptures tell us in Exodus chapter 20, verses 8 to 11, "Remember the Sabbath day to keep it holy. 6 days shalt thou labor and do all thy work. But the seventh day is the Sabbath of the Lord thy God." The Sabbath has been the seventh day from the beginning, at the time of Adam and Eve, before they sinned, until today and forever. The Sabbath has never changed. The Sabbath was not given to the Jews. The Sabbath was not given to Abraham. The Sabbath does not belong to the Jews. The Sabbath was given to Adam and Eve. The Sabbath was given to mankind. Mark 2:27. The Sabbath was not given to the Jews. So the mark of the beast is Sunday observance. It is the day that this power has changed and made it an honor of worship. It had exalted this day, the first day of the week, Sunday, as the day of worship. Now we know Sunday is the resurrection day, the day that Jesus Christ rose from the grave. In order for us to honor Sunday, we have the communion service to remind us about his resurrection and his coming back. But Sunday is not the Sabbath day. The Sabbath is the day before Sunday. The seventh day of the week is the Sabbath. Saturday is the Sabbath. And so the mark of the beast is Sunday observance. Anyone who worships on Sunday, when the second beast, which is America, will enforce it in honor of the papal power at the end time, which means you and I cannot buy or sell unless we worship on Sunday. That is the time when you and I will make a choice. Either we worship God on the seventh day of the week, which is Saturday, or Sunday, the first day of the week, which is the spurious Sabbath, the papal power's Sabbath. And if you worship on Sunday, you are worshiping the power, which is papal power. That is the mark of the beast. That is the power that is against the Sabbath day, the true Sabbath day. So the mark of the beast is Sunday observance. Oh, dear friends, don't believe the lie. Tell the truth. God bless.